Hello, my friends. Hey y'all.
Hello.
I'm sorry I've been gone for a while with no explanation. Andrew has left me and I don't think he's gonna come back. I am mentally ill and I have a personality disorder that completely destroys everything I touch. I don't want you to think that Andrew is a bad person or a bad husband or a bad man, because he's not. He is a beautiful, compassionate, kind, empathetic human being who has finally reached his limit and been pushed over the edge. I have not been a great wife to him. I have a lot of problems and I do not blame him one bit, okay? He's a good man and I destroyed him. So if I say that I love you, then you better run for the fucking hills, because I'm about to break you down into nothing.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
Andrew has asked me to get therapy multiple times throughout the years, but I thought that I was doing okay, that I had things under control. I see now that's not true, that I am completely fucking off the rails. I understand why he left, but I don't understand why he won't talk to me about it. I've asked him, do you want to try? And he will not say if he wants to try. And then one time he did tell me he wants to try, but now he won't talk to me at all. I don't know what to think, but it's tearing me apart.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
So I am leaving and I'm gonna be going back to Arkansas alone. I cannot stay here in this prison of memories. I resent that. I'm angry that he gets to go be free. I don't even know where he is. He could be staying with another woman for all I know. I made a fool of myself. I had the cops called on me. I threw myself on the front of his car to prevent him from leaving after manipulating him to come back here by telling him I was gonna kill myself. Yes, that is the kind of fucked up things that I do. I lost everything because I can't control my emotions. And I act on impulse. I have a lot of insecurity and just a lot of issues that stem from my childhood. Because of that, I have like this hole in my heart that cannot be filled. I try to fill it with food. I was a food addict. I try to fill it with love. No matter how much somebody gives me, it is never enough. When I love someone, I cling to them desperately and I suck them dry. No matter how much they give me, it is never enough, and I take more and more and more, and I don't give anything back because I have nothing to give. That is what I've done to Andrew. I have finally just tapped him out. I have put him into the role of a pseudo parent because I keep trying to get the love that I didn't get as a child from my parents, and I keep trying to get it from him, and it's sick and it's wrong. He can't take it anymore and I don't blame him. I am angry at this situation, but I'm mostly angry at myself and not at him. Like, how can I expect him to deal with that shit? I wish it didn't take him leaving me for me to see how badly that I need help. I don't know how to regulate my emotions, stop myself from acting impulsively based on emotion, to trust anyone, to feel that everyone near me is not going to abandon me, which they do. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm terrified someone's gonna leave me, so I act in ways that ensure that they leave me in the end. Andrew was all I had here, and that's partially my fault too, because I did make friends a couple of times and then I did the same shit to them and pushed them away. He's been the pillar of my life, and that is a problem because he shouldn't have to be the pillar of my life. I put way too much responsibility on him. Our happiness and our love for each other just wasn't enough anymore for him. So today is Sunday and my plan is to leave on Wednesday in a rental car and drive myself to Arkansas. So today I am packing my shit. Tomorrow I am going to clean out the outdoor buildings because we have a dumpster in front of our house right now. So on Tuesday I will finish packing. I'm gonna cook some food for the trip because I am on a very, very tight budget and I'm having to take money out of my 401k just to do this. And I'm going to have to unravel our bank accounts and set up separate accounts for both of us and divide all of our money. If by some miracle he comes back in the next 3 days and wants to work things out, I am 100% willing to do that because I know what I have done and what I have lost. Because I know what I have done and what I have lost.
Are you sure about that?
And all this time I thought that it was my fault and he let me take the blame.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, okay.
I like what Marcus Parks says, that mental illness is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And I have been very, very irresponsible. I have refused to get help. I have been in denial. I have been delusional. But I promise you, and myself, and Andrew, if he even cares anymore, that I will fight this and I will get better. I should have gotten help years ago and I would still have Andrew. I don't want people to think badly of me and that's why I've never shared this before. I couldn't go on vlogging if I didn't tell you what was happening, right? So I'm just gonna vlog this whole process. You can watch me rebuild my life from the ashes. So I'm about to start packing in the kitchen. God, this is so hard. So I wrote this plan of everything that I need to do before Wednesday. We also have like things we have to deal with, like selling the house, but if Andrew won't talk to me and I have no choice but to leave, he's gonna have to deal with that. I'll sign off on whatever, if he wants to keep the house, if he wants to sell the house and we can split the money or whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna let him keep the car because I don't need a car. I'm gonna get an apartment really close to the bus line and I know the bus routes really well in my hometown, so, and I don't really want a car and I can't afford a car, so he needs it for his job, so I'm gonna let him keep that. I'm gonna start today in the laundry room and kitchen packing up, and I'm trying to leave enough stuff for Andrew to be able to survive. I'm trying to be very considerate of him. Because I don't want to hurt him anymore or leave him high and dry, you know? I never ever thought in a million years that this would be happening to me. I never thought Andrew would leave me ever. He was so kind and supportive and I just took advantage of that. I thought he would just put up with me forever and I was wrong. And now I'm fucked. I mean, I assume we're gonna get a divorce. He's gonna have to do that if he wants it because I can't afford it. I have talked to my best friend in Arkansas, and he talked to me and told me I need to give Andrew his space. You know, told me that the stuff I did was crazy, but I'm not crazy, and it was just like, he was a very good friend to me through this, so I'm gonna be really happy to see him again and have that, you know, have a supportive person in my life. And then I'll also have like my sister and my stepdad. They don't know anything about this yet because I'm just not ready to talk to them right now, and I really don't want them to think anything badly about Andrew. I mean, they know me too. They know what I am, so hopefully they'll understand. Oh God, what have I done? What have I done? But I got all these packed up, so Gibbons wants to go outside, so I'm gonna take him out for a little bit. You wanna go out, buddy? So I still secretly hope that he's gonna come back in the next 3 days, but I have to just proceed like he's not. I'm not gonna tell him that I'm leaving. I want to really badly tell him I'm leaving in 3 days if you don't come back, but I feel that that's manipulative. It's time I put him first and what he wants. I'm just gonna go. I might tell him like the day of, just because I'm gonna have to talk to him about like our finances and stuff, what I'm gonna do about all that, which I have to do alone. I just never imagined a future without him in it. Now I have to try to imagine a new future where I die alone surrounded by herbs and cats. All right, I got my first box packed, so.
This is a satana.
What the fuck is happening to my life? This doesn't even feel real. It feels like a nightmare. I have tried pleading with him, begging him, all the things you're not supposed to do when somebody leaves you, but I can't help myself because I have no control over my fucking emotions. And it's just pushed him away further. I've told him how much I love him and value him and how much it hurts me, how I've hurt him.
Hello.
And that I'm willing to start therapy immediately. But it's making no difference. So I just stopped trying. It's just making things worse. I don't think he's gonna come back.
This is my house.
I think this is it. I feel like my life is over.
He said it! He said it!
I am so scared. I can't believe this is happening. Packing up my stuff is so hard. Alright, so this junk drawer. I'm gonna give him the shitty pair of scissors and I'm gonna take the good ones. Wine corkscrew.
Oh, put it down!
I better not. The chopsticks that we got on our wedding, on our honeymoon. Okay, next is the silverware drawer. These suck. I'm gonna leave these for him. Should I take the spoon rest? I don't see Andrew cooking anything worth a shit, so I think I will take it. I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the utensils back here. Let's see, I'm gonna take these tongs because they're the best ones and I'll leave him the shitty ones. The only thing I need are steak knives, so I'm just gonna take 2 of these steak knives and leave him all the rest of that shit. I just sent Andrew a long apology email. Which maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I just wanted him to know how sorry I am and how much I love him. I told him I would be here a few more days, but I didn't really specify any of my plans. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I feel like everything I do is the wrong thing, but I just need him to know that I love him. I know what I've done, so I hope he reads it. I'm like 99% sure he's not. I'll see you in the next one.
A few moments later.
Well, y'all, Andrew and I are over for good. He is gone, and I will not be taking him back. The only thing that gives me comfort is that I'm home, and my best friend is on his way over here right now. This morning, I thought everything was going fine. We were hanging out, we went out to breakfast, we had a great morning together, at least I thought, and he left to go to the music store. And after about an hour, I got a text. It said that he has cheated on me several times during our marriage and that he could not live with that guilt and he doesn't think that I should forgive him, and I agree. How could he do that to me?
Flashback.
I have not been a great wife to him. I threw myself on the front of his car to prevent him from leaving after manipulating him to come back here by telling him I was gonna kill myself. I have like this hole in my heart that cannot be filled. I try to fill it with love. No matter how much somebody gives me, it is never enough. When I love someone, I cling to them desperately and I suck them dry. No matter how much they give me, it's never enough, and I take more and more and more, and I don't give anything back because I have nothing to give.
End of flashback.
I have loved him for 15 years, but Andrew has a problem. I don't really feel it's my place to talk about it, so I won't, but we'll just say it involves... I don't know what I'm gonna do about our financial situation as far as like separating out our accounts and dividing the money. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to his mother about that. I'm also gonna be filing for divorce. He's been my whole life for so long. So I guess welcome back to rebuilding my life from nothing. And all this time I thought that it was my fault. And he let me take the blame. And you know, some of it was my fault, but what he did was not my fault. This is the second time he's left since we've been here. My heart is just shattered. My life is shattered. My world is shattered. My life is shattered. My life is shattered. My world is shattered. But I can also tell how much I've grown over this past month. How strong I've become that I'm willing to let this go. I will never take my fucking wedding ring off. I feel some comfort that I'm here in Hot Springs. So I have people around me, and that makes it so much easier to just find out that the person that you loved for all these years was lying to you the whole time. And he said that he turned his phone off, and for me not to try to follow him, or he said when he gets to Colorado he's gonna throw his phone away and I can contact his mom if I need anything legally. That's fine. I'm not chasing him.
Oh, really?
I'm not trying to call him. I'm not calling his family. I'm not doing all the crazy shit I would have done before. I don't deserve this. I deserve better than this. I have to let him go. I have to let him go, y'all. And it's so hard because I feel like he's a part of my soul. I feel like he was my twin flame. But he's sicker than me. He's sick. He has a real fucking problem, and I hope he gets help for it. Just to know that he slept with at least 2 other women that I know of now. I just don't know how he could do that to me. Because I may have BPD, but I never, ever would have hurt him that way. And I see that, nothing is gonna change that. He had a lot of time to try and change, to get into therapy, to fix himself, and Andrew has asked me to get therapy multiple times throughout the years, but I thought that I was doing okay, that I had things under control. I see now that's not true, that I am completely fucking off the rails. He didn't do that. He just wants to continue the way he is, I guess.
Shut your fucking mouth!
I've been pretending for the past month or the past few weeks that we've been back together. I felt something was off, I knew something was wrong. I just hoped that he was still trying to get over, the things that I did in the past, but that wasn't it. I had the cops called on me. I threw myself on the front of his car to prevent him from leaving after manipulating him to come back here by telling him I was going to kill myself. I want to get the divorce, and I want to start my life over and try to find a partner that I can trust. He said that he gave me this gift, this final gift of making sure that I was in Arkansas and I had everything I need and I had the security I needed and my friends and family. Like, gee, thanks. Thanks for that. Maybe you could have thought of that before you put your dick in some whore.
Oh my God.
I have talked to my best friend in Arkansas, so he was a very good friend to me through this, so I'm gonna be really happy to see him again and have that, have a supportive person in my life, and then I'll also have, my sister and my stepdad. The only thing that gives me comfort is that I'm home, and my best friend is on his way over here right now. I feel some comfort that I'm here in Hot Springs, so I have people around me, and that makes it so much easier. So I got a chair assembled, thanks to my dear friend over here who doesn't want to be on YouTube. So he's gonna help me build this furniture, y'all. It's really nice to have somebody to hang out with right now when I'm going through hell. Alright, y'all, so my friend is gone. He couldn't stay that long, but he stayed as long as he could, and he put together my desk and chair for me, which was really cool. I sent Andrew a big, long email telling him how much I loved him and how much he meant to me, and how I was letting this all go, and how much he fucking hurt me and betrayed me, although I doubt he'll read it or even care. I think he does care. I don't think he doesn't care. I am almost drunk. I have to be honest with you guys right now. I mean, I don't have to be honest with you, but I'm going to be. I have developed what I believe to be the early stages of a drinking problem. Everything I thought was true was a lie.
Oh, really?
Everything I believed in, all my hopes and dreams, all my plans for the future, everything is gone. Everything is gone. And all I can do is sit here in this place, surrounded by all of the things that we owned together, all of his things. He left all his shit here. He left with literally the clothes on his back. That is avoidant personality disorder, and it is very apparent to me. He would rather leave everything he owns behind than just come clean to me.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
And I feel like if we would have gone to marriage counseling and he would have told me the truth about all this, I loved him enough that I would have helped him through this, and I feel like we could have gotten through this. But the way that he just dropped a bomb and ran away, just leaving me blown to pieces, is fucked, okay? And I have tried to protect him. I have tried to help him. I have tried to love him. I have tried to love it out of him, and it doesn't work. No matter how much I love him, no matter how much I care, no matter how hard I try, I'm still just gonna be left alone in the end, so who fucking cares anymore? Have you seen the dating pool of men in my age group? It is terrible, okay? My chances of finding a child-free man with no emotional baggage in his late 30s or early 40s is pretty much zero. So it's like, you know, I already had a man with plenty of fucking baggage that I could have dealt with that I already loved, but he wants to run away, so what do I do now? Take on a new challenge? Take on somebody else's fucked up problems? I don't even think I want to do that. But I don't want to be alone either. What the fuck do you do? I am fully aware that this is going to be the absolute worst vlog in the world. Really? But if I don't talk to this camera, I don't know what else I'll do. I know the truth for sure now. Because I knew I didn't know the whole truth before. I knew there were things that he wasn't telling me. And I feel a great relief that he told me the whole truth. That he had slept with other women during our marriage and did other things that I won't share here, but I'm sure you can imagine. But at the same time, I feel it's really unfair that he made this decision to end our marriage without giving me any say.
Huh?
Andrew and I are over for good, and I will not be taking him back. I got a text. It said that he has cheated on me several times. He doesn't think that I should forgive him, and I agree. He told me in his text message that I shouldn't forgive him for this, so he's leaving and not coming back. And like, okay, but you made that decision. And I agree. You made the decision that I shouldn't forgive you or I couldn't forgive you or whatever you think my reaction should be. And I agree. You didn't give me the opportunity to choose if I wanted to forgive you or to have any say in what happens to our marriage. And I'm angry about that because I know that he has demons. So do I. So do we all. And I loved him so much that I would have faced that with him. We did go to marriage counseling one time many years ago for the same issue, although I didn't know about any physical cheating. It was more just like, online stuff, if you know what I'm saying. And I thought that we had worked through that, but apparently we had not. And I would have helped him, you know. I would have helped him face it. Because that's how strong my love is.
Oh, really?
When I love somebody, it is a deep, strong, loyal thing. If I say that I love you, then you better run for the fucking hills because I'm about to break you down into nothing. He didn't give me that option, you know, to say I can forgive you or I can't forgive you, or, you know, he didn't give me any options. He just said, you shouldn't forgive me, I'm leaving, I can't live with the guilt of what I've done to you. And what he's basically saying is he can't face the consequences of what he's done. He's avoiding, he's running, and he told me this bullshit line in his text message that he's just, it's time for him to own up to what he's done. And like, you're not owning up to what you've done, you're running away again. Owning up to what you've done would be telling me the truth to my face or in marriage counseling. I just sent Andrew a long apology email. I just wanted him to know how sorry I am and how much I love him. I told him I would be here a few more days. I didn't really specify any of my plans. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I feel like everything I do is the wrong thing, but I just need him to know that I love him. I know what I've done. I sent Andrew a big long email telling him how much I loved him and how much he meant to me and how I was letting this all go. And how much he fucking hurt me and betrayed me, although I doubt he'll read it or even care. You just dropped this on me, you ran off, and that is not... And I know some people are gonna say, oh, you're just making this video because you think he's gonna watch it. Andrew does not watch my videos. He will not. He sees this as like, this is my diary and my private thing, and he would never watch these videos. For one, because he does respect my privacy, strangely enough, and two, he doesn't want to face this.
You need to shut the fuck up.
So he would never watch this. So I'm not directing this at him before you get on your fucking keyboard warrior horse or what the fuck ever. Y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My whole life is over.
He said it. He said it.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I don't know how to live by myself. I don't know how to handle anything. I know I've told you that I've been trying to be more independent and all that bullshit, but it's a lie because I always knew that he was gonna come back and deal with anything I couldn't deal with. And now he's really gone and I truly have to handle every situation. I am an adult on my own for the very first time, and I'm terrified. I don't even know how to talk to my landlord. Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to move on with my life. I feel like I am like I look like a fucking alien in this light. Oh my god, let's turn it down. Let's turn it down, y'all. I got my vlogging light. It's like bright as fuck. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm trying to figure out a way to just move on with my life. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I know there is a guy who's interested in dating me, but I don't think I could date anyone ever again. How can I find somebody else who loves King Gizzard as much as me? How can I find somebody else who wears drug rugs and has stupid curly hair and a beard? Like, how can I find somebody else so spiritual who wants to do mushrooms with me and talk about all of our life philosophies late into the night? He's just one of those people, like, I can talk to him about anything and I don't feel judged, and he like gets all the crazy shit that I like to talk about. We're talking about the nature of the universe and God and quantum physics like late into the night. When I talk to him, he just like makes me feel seen and heard, you know? Alright, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Andrew, when he started working at the restaurant here, he brought home a schedule and it had the names of all of the coworkers like listed because it had everybody's schedule. It was just like a printout. One of the names on there I recognized and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if that's I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this guy. We're gonna call him Jack. That is not his name, but that's what I'm gonna call him. I wonder if that's the Jack that I used to know. So I kind of told Andrew about this. He knows the whole story of me and Jack. And he went to work and came back and said, that is definitely your Jack. So Andrew was working with a man that I used to be in love with. Jack and I worked together at a call center many, many years ago, back in about 2006, 2007. This guy and we were in the same like training group, and we sat next to each other, and this was when the call center first opened, so we didn't have a high call volume, so we had a lot of downtime to just sit there and hang out together, and we ended up having so much in common. It was like the universe just put us together for some reason, and we spent so much time together. We spent like 40 hours a week together just hanging out, and we'd take like 2 calls an hour, and we would just hang out and like play games and chat and talk and stuff. I started to say chat and talk at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like fell in love with this guy, and I know that he also fell in love with me because he told me that, but he had a girlfriend at the time, and I didn't want to be a homewrecker because I'm just not that kind of person. So I told him that, you know, before anything could happen between us, he would have to, you know, break up with his girlfriend because I don't want to be the other woman, you know? Well, he said that he was going to leave her. He was not happy with her, and at the last minute decided he couldn't do it and broke my heart. He couldn't hurt her like that, and it really broke my heart. We ended up losing touch with each other, and he was just like my unrequited love, like the one who got away from me. Like all these years I've always thought of him. We've talked to each other a couple times when Andrew and I were having a rough patch back in 2013, 2014. But anyway, I always loved this guy, and you know that he was that one person in my life where, you know, that I know I could have loved him, but the timing was just never right for us. And I could not believe it when I saw that he was working at the same restaurant as Andrew. And I thought, what are the fucking odds of that the universe would realign me with this guy? And now I'm starting to think maybe there was a reason for it. I have thought about reaching out to him. The only way I know how to do it is email, but I'm kind of afraid because, you know, what if he's in a relationship, or what if I'm not ready for another relationship and I reach out too soon? But it's just weird, right? It's just fucking weird that I know where he works now. I could go there and talk to him. I know where he is. And it was this guy that I had such strong feelings for. And somehow the universe has brought us back together. What does that mean? Nothing? Is it just a coincidence? Or is Andrew leaving me a good thing and maybe I should try and reach out to this guy? I don't know, okay? But there's a story. There's a story for you. That's all I have to say. Tell me what you think in the comments. Andrew will not contact me. I doubt it. I do think I will hear from Andrew again, especially after I sent him this email.
Another one, thank you.
I sent him an email telling him that I love him no matter what. I will always love him. I cannot forgive what he's done, but I care for him and I would have done anything to help him. And I think it's unfair how he didn't give me the choice. He didn't give me the chance to decide if I could have forgiven these acts that he did. I will not probably hear from him for quite a while, if ever. Y'all, I have to talk myself out of emailing Jack. So Jack is the guy that I loved before I met Andrew. I was like just getting over him when I met Andrew. Andrew was not like a rebound. I had a rebound relationship in between Jack and Andrew, okay? And then it was just, I actually went on like several dates with different dudes during that period. But then when I met Andrew, I truly fell in love with him. And I feel like maybe I need to do a rebound relationship now before I get into a serious relationship, because I don't want to get into a relationship immediately after my 15-year marriage with somebody that I feel I could really love in the future, because I know this is not going to last. It's like for me personally, I don't know how it is for you, but for me personally, I always have a rebound before I truly fall in love again. 3 times I've truly been in love. One time was my very first love, my puppy love. And then I had another relationship with a guy that I really cared about, but I just didn't love him really. And then I met my first husband. And then I had a rebound relationship, and then I met Jack. And then I had another rebound relationship, and then I met Andrew. So 3 times I've been in love. So now I guess I'm going in for love number 4, y'all. Y'all, I emailed Jack. What am I doing? God, I'm just like, I want someone to love me, okay?
Oh, really?
So on my channel, I want to be completely honest from now on. I want to be loved. I want someone to desire me. I want someone who I know loved me. I'm just gonna give in to my life of being an alcoholic spinster now, so I will be making vlogs because this is my only means of income now, so I'll probably be making daily vlogs and you can watch me suffer. Yay. I'll let you know what happens with my marriage. I mean, obviously it's over, but tomorrow Andrew and I were gonna go buy some bookshelves. I'm gonna go take a handful of pills and try to pass out for the rest of the night, so tomorrow when the sun comes up, maybe I can face things again. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry. I'll see you soon.